every Tuesday evening the philosophy classes, and we are going through a scripture called Narad Bhakti Sutra or Narad Bhakti Sutra. But before we go to the book, as we do every week, we recite 3 times Om, praying for the peace for everybody, and then we'll go. So please close your eyes and we recite 3 times Om. And the second time, we said, please take deep breath in. And one time more again. Please take deep breath in and think of the blessings.
Yes.
All right.
Pranam Swamiji.
Yes, we going to the book now. Before we go to the book, just doing pranam to our ancestors and the rishis and the saints. Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim chaiva tato jayo mudirayet vyasaya vishnurupaya vyasarupaya vishnave namo vai brahma vidhai vasishtaya namo namo Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Brande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Pariyantam Bande Guru Paramparam Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavanandaya Namo Namaha. We taught pranam to the lotus feet of Jagat Guru Acharya Swami Pranavanandaji Maharaj, the great founder of the Bharat Sevashram Sangha monastery. We begin our journey at this evening on the Bhakti Sutra given by Saint Narad. This is one of the best books in the Bhakti school. And we all know that without devotion, without pure devotion, faultless devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord, it's very difficult to feel the touch of the presence of the God in us. So that is why we thought that let's go to a different kind of book beyond of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishad and the other scripture. And I think that we are doing good in this book because we're learning something new. And it's not too much of the philosophical knowledge rather than a complete surrender at the lotus feet of the Lord. And whenever we talk of the bhakti or the devotion, a couple of the pictures come to our mind, especially the devotion of the what we call Gopa and Gopinis. So the people of Vrindavan, their devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Also, we remember the devotion and the path shown by one of the greatest saints of our planet Earth, that Bhagavan Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He showed what true devotion is. But at the monastery of the Bharat Sevashram Sangha, which is mainly known as the follower of the path of karma or karma yoga, But inside of this monastery also, if you enter the temple of any of the temple of the Bharat Sevashram, you will realize that even though outside we do a lot of activities, a lot of philanthropy, a lot of charitable activities, but inside it is the bhakti or the devotion is predominant, because that is the main thing that connect us, a disciple, to our master, Acharya Swami Pranavanandaji Maharaj. So we were going through a particular topic, Kostarati, Kostarati. Who can cut the net of bondage of Maya, illusion, the wrongful attachments to the things which actually create problem in our life. So, and if you remember in our last lecture, we was talking, this is the Maya or elusive power of the Mahamaya or goddess Durga. Mahamaya is actually another name of goddess Durga, whom we worship as the mother of this universe. And while discussing this, we went to a book called Devi Mahatma or Devi Bhagavatam, where the rishis of our ancient India gave the description of the power and the wonders of Mahamaya, goddess Durga. In fact, that book I'm going through right now, every night, at least I should read one chapter. It's a huge book, that book I'm going through now, which give the description of the elusive power and the strength and the miracles of Goddess Durga. So we came to place. We will be reading today the Sutra number 48 of the Narad Bhakti Sutras. So this is the Sutra number 48. I read for all of you. Yaha karma phalam tyajati karmani sannyasati tato nirdanda bhavati. Again I read. Yaha karma phalam tyajati karmani sannyasati tato nirdanda bhavati. So this sutra has three sections. First section is Yaha karma phalam tyajati. Second section is Karmani Sannyasati. And the third part of this sutra is Tato Nirdandha Bhavati. So let's go to the first part of this sutra. Yaha karma phalam tyajati. Yaha means he, who. Karma is the action, the things we do. And that include our, even the thoughts. Physically, we're not doing anything. We're sitting quietly at our chair or a sofa set or at our bed or in a living room, doing nothing. But still, we're doing something because we think something. So any activities we do is being counted as a karma. And along means the fruit, tajati. That means he who renounces or he who give up the expectation of the fruits of his actions. It's very tricky thing, it's a very kind of fine thing to understand, because we do action. Like for example, I started the morning at 3:30 writing books, then practicing music, doing exercise, to see things what needed to be done for the monastery around if there is anything to clean the yard, make sure it look good. And then I put some food outside, so the animals, I see that look like a kind of big bird. I don't know what is the name of that bird. Look like it's one of the wing is being wounded and it cannot fly properly, and looking for food. So I kept some food for that bird outside, and then that I could see is limping and cannot fly properly, and coming there and eating every day that food. And that I hear some of the devotees are mentioning of the charity to supply food to the people. Please do not forget the animal world, because with this problem going around the world, the animal world also is being affected. Because since we are not feeling so great in mind, that energy, that enthusiasm, that inspiration, kind of how in the last January people was thinking, not last December, but after a couple of months, people getting a little bit down because they read the news of all these things and making them depressed. So that is keeping them a little bit away to look after the animal world, who also need our help, they need the touch of our love also. And I could see in all of the year, just imagine this, I know it's not the topic. I see that I think that the baby, they are born only that day. I don't see its mother. I don't see any other day. And I see it's a small baby, they are falling under a tree, cannot stand properly even. So myself and priest went there and pick up the baby deer. I think the same day is born because every morning I go all around. We pick up the baby deer and then try to give some milk to it, and we try to hold them such a way the baby deer can stand properly and walk. And it's a danger also because around there is that little fox kind of animal all around. So it is danger. I don't say it's mother or anybody around to protect the baby. So this is also service to animal world also is being counted one of the charity, one of the service to God, because God reside each and everywhere. Please keep in mind, God reside, God dwells each and everywhere in this world. And we have been taught from our childhood days, nothing happened without the wish of the Lord. Without the wish of the Lord, nothing happened in this world. So whatever happening, there must be a wish or something God thinking, the Creator thinking. So all activities, giving food to the animal, the animals, giving food to the people, or anything we do is all counted as work activities. Now here, Saint Narad say, he can cut the net of bondage, who can renounce or who can give up, who can abandon the expectation of fruits of their performances. It's a very tricky thing, because you can debate on this topic hour after hour. You could say, Swamiji, how can we work without expecting it result? Because we do something expecting some result. We plant a tree expecting some fruits or flowers. We, write a poetry and we want to show everybody because that was in my mind, and I write it and then I read in front of the people, and I expect people will appreciate and they will listen to the feelings of my mind, which I put into word. So there is always expectation. People working all day, expecting at the end of the month there will be good, the pay. So anything you do, people doing business, opening their business bit by bit, they're expecting to make some money. So there is always a desire behind any kind of activities we do. But then how we can denounce the expectation of the result of our action. So I will take you a little journey to I was looking this particular verse. I see in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, at one place, at the battleground of the Kurukshetra, those who are little familiar with the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, is in the chapter 2, verse number 47. Chapter 2, verse number 47, Lord Krishna tells to Arjuna. So you could imagine the battleground was not a place to give up the expectation of the result, because soldiers and warriors, they went to the battleground to win the battle, to punish the evildoers, wrongdoers, and to be a winner of that, victorious of that battle. Since what I mean, somebody was complaining, Srimad Bhagavad Gita always talk of the battle, fighting. And today, while I was doing meditation, I was thinking, look all around the world now, how a big battle going on. All the head of the countries, all the scientists, and then philosophers, devotees, they all, that looking, they doing their own way how to get out of this, how to be a winner of this great battle of life. Like, for example, scientists are trying to create some medicine, government official, they're trying to stop the spread of the virus. We monk, as a monk, like every morning I come to the temple, I take a little water, throw on the Shiva Lingam, the holy Shiva Lingam, and pray to Lord Shiva that, He Mahashiva, He Sadashiva, He Mahakal, you being described as the, protector of this world. You are the Lord of the mountain Kailashpati Mahadev. Hey Lord, please, enough is enough now. Stop this tension and the fear from this world. Let people feel normal again. So I do my own way. So everybody do their own way. So it's kind of big battle we're going through now. And as any battle, we lose some of the soldiers, our men and women in the battleground. Similarly, at this big battle of life, every day you could see the number of the soldiers falling and the battleground is increasing. Right now, I was looking at the 81,000 soldiers is being fallen at the big battleground in United States alone. So here in the verse number 47, the Bhagavan, Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, Karmunni vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalo hetu bhu ma te sangastu karmani. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Karmunni vadhikarastu ma phaleshu kadachana. Your right is to work only and never to the fruit there. Can you imagine? An active warrior, an active army person is being taught by the Lord that you have right to work only, never to the fruit thereof. Karmonne badhikariste ma polish kadachana. You don't have a hand on you, the result. So the whole thing is focus your full concentration to perform your duty, our work. The work I'm doing, I have to do with full concentration, 100% dedication. Result come automatically. So, karmunne badhikaristo ma phaleshu kadachana. Do not hanker the result always. Ma karma phalu hetu bhu. Do not consider yourself to be the cause of the fruit of action. Because, we do action, sometimes we lose, sometimes we gain. We do sometimes, we perform some kind of action, we become victorious, sometimes we become loser also. And so that is why Lord Krishna said, do not consider yourself to be the cause of the fruit of action. Because from your side, remain perfect to do your duty. And if we fail, it's the wish of the Lord. If we win, it's also the wish of the Lord. It makes us more experienced. It gives us lessons of life. We learn many things. It makes us more mature in life. And we become more wiser. We learn how to accept the victory and the loss, the same way. All these things make us more, help us to move forward in life. Then one of the warning here, Sangastu akarmani. Because the scripture teaching that do not hanker for the result of your action, do not expect the fruit of your action, do not focus your mind to the result of your action, make sure this philosophy do not make you negative to stop you to do action. This is a kind of warning also at the end, because I'm thinking, oh, I should not think of the result of my actions, so I should not do. What is the use of doing something? So that is making you kind of negative way of life, negative approach of life, and trying to stop the performance of your duties and responsibilities. Lord Krishna warned there, please do not let not your attachment be to inaction. So make sure we don't do that. So here, Lord, we go back to the Bhakti Sutra again. Saint Narad tells, Yah karma phalam tyajati satarati satarati. He can cut the net of bondage. Bandhan is the bondage. Bandhan and mukti is the liberation. So bondage and liberation is a things of our own mind. Mono eva manusyanam bandhana mokshan karanam. Mind is the cause of our bondage. Mind is the cause of our liberation. It is mind we create samsara, all the need of all this maya or delusion. It is mind we make which make us free from the need of bondage also. So he can cut the need of bondage. That devotee is able to cut the need of bondage. Who can learn the techniques how to perform our action perfectly with full concentration, side by side, not to hanker on the result of his action. So this is the tricky thing that Saint Narad said, Yaha karma phalam tyajati. Then we see that again Saint Narad say he cut the net of non, or that devotee cut the net of bondage, karmani sannasati, and who renounce all actions. Is it possible? Is it not something imagination? Karmani sannasati, who give up all type of action. Is it possible? We monk, we renounce the world, but we do action whole day, morning to evening. We do something, and you are living in a life, in a family life. You have to do so much work from morning to evening. How it is possible to give up all kind of action? And I want to take you again in the chapter, the Bhagavad Gita. We could see how Lord Krishna tell in the chapter 3, karma, which is being known as karma yoga. What Lord Krishna tell in Arjuna, because the Arjuna want to take sannyas because he did not want to get involved in the battle. He was worried that he might be the cause of the destruction of lots of people, lots of warriors in the battleground. So Lord Krishna teaching Arjuna is so contrary to the teaching what we learning today. Karmani sannasati. He can cut the net of bondage who give up all actions, can go beyond. And what we're learning in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita is the Karma Yoga, verse number 8. I'm reading for you. Speaker is Lord Sri Krishna, and the student is Arjuna, one of the foremost warrior of the battleground of Kurukshetra. Lord Krishna tells, Niyatam kuru karmotvam karmo jayo hyakarmanaha sharira yatrapi chate na prasiddhet akarmanaha. Niyatam kuru karma. Therefore, Arjuna, do you perform your allotted duty. Niyatam. Whatever you have to do, please do that. Niyata karma. Some people say always do action. Some people say niyata means your allotted duties. What you're supposed to do from morning to evening and evening to morning. What you have to do, you cannot avoid to performing those actions. You are bound to do that because you have to do that. So niyatam kurumu tvam karmo jayo yakarmanaha. For action is superior to inaction. And we're reading here in the Bhakti Sutra, karmani sannasati. Those devotees who renounce all actions goes beyond. So you could see two contradictory teachings in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhakti Sutra. Shariya yatrapi chatena. Desisting from action, you cannot even maintain your body. Because without action, it's too much work. Swamiji, I'm getting tired to do so much things I have to do. So I say, okay, tomorrow you don't do anything. Just sit down. Your food will be supplied to your chair. Just sit down. One day it is okay. But if you sit down day after day, our body will not function properly. Somebody, a sick person went to the doctor. So doctor is like asking, what do you do from morning to evening? So after hearing the patient, because patient said that, I am always inside the home and so. Then the doctor said every morning go outside and walk in the yard half an hour, 40 minutes, just quietly walk there. Take fresh air and think positively that I'm healthy. All sickness is going away from me. All the body parts of my body is functioning perfectly. So this way, think positively and take a morning walk in fresh air. And then you come back. That after 15 days, you come back to my clinic again. So when the patient came back to the doctor, the doctor could see the patient looked different. His face is brightened. He looked good. He looked healthy. So whatever I see, a doctor said that whatever I see a change in you, he said, doctor, that as you said, I take a morning walk out in the yard in around 40 minutes every day. Now I could sleep properly. I don't feel that kind of weakness anymore. I feel good. It's making me really energetic. I'm thinking, I can think positively now. I can think even beyond the present. So that is the call some kind of performing some kind of action, because exercise also counted as the action. So Sharira Yatrapi Chatina, if you desist from doing your duties, you will not be able to maintain your body. So what we see in the Karma Yoga, Lord Krishna encouraging Arjuna to perform his duties, to do duties. And here in the Bhakti Sutra, I see Karmani Sannyasati. One thing I'd like to tell you, renunciation comes on time. Renunciation comes on time, bit by bit, as we get maturity in life, learn lesson from our life. Many things fall down also. And a time come, our mind become fully hungry for the touch, divine touch of the love of God. It happens, it comes in time. That because maturity, when we become mature in life, all the madness things what we have in the young life is being cooled down, and we learn many things in our life. And that's how we can think beyond of this, the material world. So this karmani sannyasati comes from the mind. There is a beautiful song. I'm just singing because it's a Hindi song, just one piece. I'm just singing for you. I'm sorry, it's not the Hindi, it's the Bengali word, but I will explain it in English. It's a beautiful. Kotor বসন খানি নাই রাঙায়ে যোগী রাঙিয়ে নে তোর হিয়া মধুর প্রেমের রং দিয়া রং দিয়া. I know it sounds different, it's Bengali word. O yogi, instead coloring your clothes with the saffron color or the orange color or the what you call the goirik color, the dress you could say I'm wearing is the we call goirik color, saffron dress, orange robes. So that the song telling, oh yogi, instead of coloring your clothes, color your mind. And what is that color? Is the love of God. So color your mind with the love of God. Let sannyasa or renunciation be in your mind. Let the body do all activities. Let the body function. Body is doing its regular niyata karma. What things we have to do, we do everything. But there is sannyas, there is renunciation, there is sacrifice, there is I'm free from attachment of my action. Is I'm practicing deep inside my own mind. So I'm a sannyasi in mind, but outside I'm doing all my duty. That is the technique we need to develop it. Because they will come, we have to leave everything. Our home, our own people, everything we have to leave behind. So those days, our karma will go with us. If we believe in, because Hinduism, we practicing Hinduism. So in Hinduism, it's a rebirth. We strongly believe in a rebirth. Rebirth means that we are here again. Will be coming back again. But our future birth is will be predominating our present action. Like we born with some of the past action, past sanskar, the habit we build up in our past life, and the habit we developing now, and it will be going with us again, and it will be helping us to take a birth in a more favorable home. We'll get a parent which will give us better environment to be a right devotee of the Lord. Because ultimately the goal of life we have to reach, because Upanishad proclaim Brahmo Lakshma Uchyate, our goal, our ultimate goal, our last goal of life is to reach at the feet of God. Body will perish. Nobody can keep this body forever. Is king gone, Javindars gone, poet gone, philosopher gone, guru gone, disciples gone, devotees gone. So it's kind of normal thing. But then before we leave, we must close our eyes by thinking the beautiful appearance of the Lord. So that is the whole the goal of this book. So Paramoni Sanyasati, renunciation in mind. So that is the technique. And the last word, Tatu Nirdanda Bhavati. Nirdanda means you become equal, you accept equally profit and loss, victory and defeat, happiness and sorrow, ups and downs, and victory and all these are you accept equally. In normal life, practical life, when we are victorious, we are so joyous, that we feel tremendous joy. But when failure comes to our life, we cry. And we become very sad, we become depressed. And ups and downs. Many times, in life, we are very up, everything working. So anything you touching is turning to gold. You touching dust is turning to gold. Look like everything is favorable to you. But that times come. Definitely you're supposed to get good result, but still you're losing. You are being defeated. And you don't know why you are getting defeated, why you are losing. So ups and downs, victory and defeat, profit and loss, good time and bad time, happiness and sorrow, these are the part of life. Everybody go through. Everybody. Right now, that I was thinking, just while Brian was fixing the computer, I was sitting in the chair. I was thinking, just imagine that before the election, when the United States was in its election, and then President Donald Trump won the election, and when people are thinking there will be a change in this country, and a lot of positive, negative, all kind of discussion was going on. So that time, the chair of the president is so full of thorns that probably nobody thought of. You could imagine. I'm sure that President Donald Trump did not think this kind of a kind of time coming to the lives in the people of around the world in the United States of America. And it came suddenly, from December, or maybe started in October or November, started day by day. We did not care. But now even we lose 81,000 lives already. And we don't know what's going to. So that means the chair, when somebody in the chair, that chair is full of thorns. And from far it looked like so kind of things. But then it gives us lessons. It make up. We have to be careful now that anytime any kind of tornado, cyclone come as individual life, as a country, as in the world also. So these are the time for our trial of our faith. These are time for our patience. We have to deal this problem with, that lot of patience, and we have to get out of this problem to move forward in life as a country, as an individual person. And the teachings of the philosophy, all these teachings are there. Like victory and defeat. I was talking victory and defeat. This is a time going we're losing now. We're becoming loser. And then on the other hand, our scientists, they are fighting to create something, medicine, so that this disease could be defeated. So this is a battle going on. So right now we are losing tato nirdanda bhavati, that to be equal, to accept everything equally, defeat and loss, and the ups and downs equally. And I would like to take you again in the, it's all come to the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. We could see here that I was, is again, is the chapter 2, the verse number 38. Why I'm going back to Srimad Bhagavad Gita repeatedly? Because if you remember the Mahatma Gandhi, one of the greatest national leader of India, the messenger of peace to this world, he mentioned that whenever I see darkness all over, I don't see any hope, rays of light anywhere, I go back to Srimad Bhagavad Gita and find out one or two verses from somewhere, and that make me smile again. That give me the strength again to face the reality of life. So you could see here again, Arjuna was worried that he might lose the battle and he might win the battle too. And he was not sure about the result of that battle. So here Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, verse number 38 of the chapter 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sukhe dukkhe swame kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya jujjasya naiva papam avapsasi. Sukhe dukkhe swame kritva, treating alike victory and defeat. Treating alike victory and defeat. Here in the Narad Bhakti Sutra we read Nirdanda Bhavati, means accept everything equally. Here Lord Krishna also tells treat alike victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain. Sukhe dukhe swamikrita labha labho jaya jayo. Treating alike victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain. Tato juddhaya juddhasya. Get ready for the battle. So that means Lord Krishna inspiring Arjuna to face the reality of life. Naiva papam avapsasi. Fighting does, trying to overcome the problem of life does, you will not incur any sin. So this is the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. So in this whole sutra, we see first Narada, Saint Narad say, karma phalam tyajati. Learning how to focus our mind to perform our duty with full concentration, not expecting, our mind is not roaming on the outcome of my action. And there are many examples. Think of it at our home, that our parent, our dad, our father or mom, they're working whole day. There's the best example of the selfless service at our home, because that is the best place to learn things. There are so many places, people offering this service, not expecting any result. They just enjoy giving, because they learn one thing, that peace, true peace and true happiness is lying there where we give service not expecting anything. We do social service or we do philanthropy, not like that with a mentality of business, that I will, because I'm doing philanthropy, so I expect some kind of appreciation. No, I do philanthropy because I'm getting an opportunity to do the philanthropy. Narayan, the Jiva, Shiva in Jiva, Lord Shiva living in every creature in this world. Then Karmani Sannasati, Lord and Saint Narad say, to be free from the bondage of the need of bondage, one need to learn sannyasati, to be sannyasi mentally. Mentally renouncing all action, physically we're doing everything, because otherwise if I do not do anything, we'll not be able to maintain our body even. We'll get sick. And the last question, Narad said, Tato Niridanda Bhavati. Be equal-minded, accept everything, defeat and loss, victory and whatsoever come, ups and downs. Take everything, accept, and move forward in life. We have to move forward in life because everybody walking one goal. Regardless, I'm practicing Hinduism, you practicing Christianity, you practicing other faith, whatever path, all roads leads to one goal at the lotus feet of the Lord. All roads, believe me, the family life, the monastic life, or whatever life you're living, all roads will take us to the one goal of life, the other shore of life, that is the feet of the lotus feet of our Lord. So that was the conclusion of the Sutra number 48 of the Narad's Bhakti Sutra, which continue that who can cut the net of bondage, Kastarati. We go to the Sutra number 49. It's more, you will see that you will be, when you hear from me this sutra, of course it's not that I'm giving it, is already there in the book Bhakti Sutra. If you open the book, you will see it's there, Sutra number 49. When I was reading it, I was a little bit surprised at how it is being given here. I read for you. Yaha Vedanapi Sannasati. Yo Vedanapi Sannasati. Kevalam avichanna anuragam labhate. Again, I read for you. Yo Vedanapi Sannasati. Kevalam avichanna anuragam labhate. I read the meaning for you. He who abandons even the Vedas. I read this portion again. He who abandons even the Vedas, even the rites and ceremonies prescribed in the Vedas, and obtains undivided devotion, uninterrupted devotion, uninterrupted flow of love towards God. So our topic is, who can cut the net of bondage of this elusive samsara? That's the topic. And in answer to that question, Saint Narad say, Yaha Vedanapi Sannasati. So what is Vedas? Hindu religion standing on Vedas. Hindu philosophy, Hindu tradition, or Indian tradition, whatever you say, standing on the Vedas. The foundation of this philosophy, Eastern philosophy, whole Vedantic philosophy, standing on the Vedas. So Veda means knowledge. It's also known as Shruti. There was a time, years back, how hundreds and thousands of years back, this knowledge was there. It was not a written knowledge. The teacher, master, is to memorize it and teach his student, and student listen to his gurus, their or their master, and memorize it and practice it in their practical life. So because you hear and memorize, it's called Shruti. There's no written thing. And later on, they began to write on the bark of the trees and the kind of thing. At a later period of time, the Saint Vedavyasa is divided into 4 parts. So right now, we have 4 Vedas. The first one is the Rig Veda. The second, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda. The whole Vedantic philosophy, Eastern philosophy, you know that Buddhism came from that part of the world. and Jainism came from that part of the world. Sikhism also came from that part of the world, and something I'm not remembering exactly. But all this philosophy, if you go deep into it, you'll see that somewhere Sangha is based on the Vedas. Now, here we see that Saint Narad say, to cut the net of bondage and to reach the God, we need to give up. He who abandons even the Vedas, even the rites and ritual ceremonies prescribed by the Vedas. So why Saint Narad say? Practically, when you come to the temple or if you go any temple or prayer places of worship, you see there are lots of ritual people practicing. Many kind of rituals. There is no end of rituals. A big list, to bring so much thing to perform that ritual. So most of this, and people enjoy, people enjoy participating all these rituals. Sometimes some rituals is very costly. There is elaborate, arrangement, inviting hundreds of people, arrangement of food and prasadam, charity, and so all, and people like that, kind of social get together also. Now, most of these rituals and ceremonies are based on desires, some kind of wish. It's called desire-based ritual. So usually people think that is the true meaning of religion. No, it's a part of the religion, because the initial stage we do all this ritual to make us more mature, take us more advanced stage of the true, the practice of true dharma. Like Swami Amarnathananda Ji Maharaj, the great founder of the Bharat Sevashram, he mentioned what is religion. If you read the 10 messages Swami Amarnathananda Ji gave, what is the meaning of true religion? He did not say that ritual practice, ritual this, that. He did practice in the, if you come Bharat Sevashram, you will see that how much we practice ritual here too. But when he gave the message, he said the tag, the true meaning of religion is tag or sacrifice, sanjam, mastering your urges and hankering, satya or the truth, and brahmacharya and sense control. So tyag, sanjam, satya, brahmacharya, sacrifice, mastering of our own urges and hankerings, truth, and mastering our own senses. So that he said the true meaning of religion. So here, he who abandons even the Vedas means, Vedas has two parts. One is the ritual. You will see in the Vedas, if you read the Vedas, number one, is very difficult to understand the true meaning of the Vedas. We need a right teacher who not only know how the rhythm to study Vedas, who practice also sincerely, live a pure life, very sattika life, very moral life. His morality have to be very high to understand the true meanings of the Vedas. Because we need meditation, we need to pray to the God to give us, like before I come to this class, I was standing in front of the murti or the image of Goddess Saraswati. In our temple, we have a beautiful image of Goddess Saraswati, murti of Goddess Saraswati. Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of the learning, purity, Brahma Vidya, knowledge of the Brahman. She symbolizes the what you call ever existing purity and singing whatsoever. So I was praying, hey Maha Saraswati, please sit at my heart. So whenever I close my eyes, I could feel that you're sitting at my heart with all of your Brahma Vidya, that sacred knowledge of all these scriptures, so that I could understand properly what our rishis and munis wanted to say. Because please, we have to be so careful that not living a perfect life and then going to the scripture, we might misguide people. Like Andhi, one blind person guiding other blind person, and both the teacher and the student will fall down in a well, deep well, on the coop, and both die, perish. So we have to be so careful that when we make sure we ready to, So, so Vedas has two parts, Aranyaka and Upanishad. Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda, which give the description of, elaborate description of the rituals. And Vedas encourages to do that, because that is how the people, at least, practicing some kind of rituals, at least people, just imagine somebody doing a prayer to their husband, home. So maybe the family is fasting for a whole day, going to Bharat to buy things, inviting people, preparing prasadam to offer to the god. So this is a kind of tapusya or austerity, at least for a day. So these help the persons or the family who is organizing or who is practicing this ritual, inviting priests to their home. It can have lots of preparation, 7-8 days, sometimes months of preparation to do one ritual. So it's a part of the tapasya. Bit by bit, practicing this desire-based ritual, they will learn how to practice, how to move forward to Jnana Kanda, to Vedanta. It's slow process. So Vedas has two parts, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. What Narada say to abandon, this is the part, this is the places of Karma Kanda, the practice of the desire-based rituals. Because sometimes we see that after performing so many pujas and prayers, people still become so selfish, they're so angry, they're so proud. It's not affecting them. Even though spending so much money, feeding so much people, extending the circle of friends and these things, but still, it's not the things we are expecting to improve our spiritual life. Actually, it is not happening, making us more proud of this. So the right effect of the practice of ritual should be making us more mature, and gradually we move forward higher standard of spiritual life, which is called Jnana Kanda, that we know as Vedanta or Upanishad. It comes in time. So whenever we see this Narad, try to understand the meaning of this particular sutra, Vedanopisannasati, means that to cut the net of bondage of the Mahamaya goddess Durga, of the illusion, that we need to bit by bit, we need to move forward in life and cut these desire-based rituals. So that is how it's being said, Ya Vedana Pisannasati. Then, Kevalam Avichinno Anuragam Labhuti. Also, Avichinno Anuragam. Raga means, Raga is the love. Now, this love is twofold love. One, human love. Other, divine love. Like, for example, that we say we're practicing music. Right? This is evening, and I could say this is 7:56 now. A perfect time, especially I could see from the window outside, it's a perfect time to practice a tune, the Indian classical raga. It's a perfect time to practice tune of the Iman or Purvi kind of tune. So you feeling the pain of separation from your beloved Lord. You singing those tunes, with playing your tanpura alone, with that musical notes is ringing on tanpura, is hitting through your ear, is going to your mind, echoing in your body, and through the particular notes you learn from your guru, you bringing out the pain of separation. So two kind of thing. One, human, you missing your beloved one. It's a human love. You're missing somebody or friend or somebody. On the other way, the divine love, you're missing your Lord. Oh Lord, one more day is gone from my life. One more day is gone. It's not going to come back to me anymore. And when that day will come to me, that I will feel, as soon as I close my eyes, I could see you are sitting at the altar of my heart. You are there. You are guiding me to the right path of life. You are helping me to move forward in life so that I could reach you to your feet before I abandon this human body. So it's a twofold love. Keep Anuragam. Anuragam is the love. It's a beautiful, the melodious or poetic word, Anuragam. The divine love is include your what you call attachment with the Lord, is the friendship with the Lord, you feel the company of the Lord. It's all included in the Anuraga word. Avichanna. Avichanna means uninterrupted. Uninterrupted love, Anuragam, labhute. And labhute means you attain, you earn, you develop in him. So here not Saint Narad telling that devotee can get out of the net of the wrong thing of this world, who gradually decrease the number of practice of desire-based ritual, and instead develop undivided, uninterrupted flow of love towards our most beloved friend, the Lord. This is one more thing coming here. Because when I say Lord, I mean some kind of image. Since I practice Hinduism, so maybe I image the Guruji, Swami Amarnathananda, or Goddess Durga, or Lord Shiva, or Lord Krishna, or Radha Krishna, or Goddess Saraswati, or Goddess Kali, or Mother Kali. But, practically, that these are the attempt to give a description of the God. Because God do not have his nameless, his formless, his colorless, he does not have any hands or feet or any particular place. He is everywhere. He has no hands, no feet, no eyes. Again, he has thousands of eyes, thousands of feet. The sky is his head, the earth of his feet, the wind, the air we take, is his breath, the air, the touching the air, we feel his touch. When you look at the vast sky, you feel his greatness of, the presence of greatness in this world. So when I mean the Lord, I don't want to focus in a particular place, because that Lord is existing everywhere in this world. His presence is everywhere in this world. You feel his touch, his love, his kind, merciful eyes. You might say, Swamiji, God is merciful and kind. Because these things coming automatically, what's going on around the world right now. So how we can say God is merciful? How can we say that our Father is so kind? How can we say that Goddess Durga, the mother of the universe, is kind to her children? So how they are quiet now? Why people are even kind of scared to go to the temple? Like, yesterday I see one gentleman came and he opened the door, and I'm sitting in the temple right now. I see he's opened the door, and then he's telling me, Swamiji, Make sure you don't touch this place because I touch. Make sure you have your gloves, hand gloves, and then you open the door. Now I'm living in this temple right here is this new temple 2012 to 2028 years. I never use any gloves to open the door. Every day, so many times I'm opening. So is that fear penetrated so deep into us that when you touch the window, make sure somebody don't touch this window anymore. I'm not telling it's the right or wrong, but it's like sitting at our mind now that way. So when people telling, oh, let me put my gloves, then open the door again, wash your hand 3, 4 times, with all those things. It's kind of sitting at our heart now, permanent, like kind of thing. So the time will come, we have to kind of so strong in the mind. We have to use our strong willpower. A power is which is already God given in us, is already inside of us. That willpower, that mental strength will defeat all the entity of this world. So, coming back to our scripture, Kevalam avichanam anuragam labhate, that devotee who develop that uninterrupted, eternal love to the God can cut the need of bodies. It's coming time. It had to come. I mean, somebody who do not believe in the existence of God, somebody say that there is no need of God in my life at all. Whatever I achieve is my own hard work. I don't need God in my life. Even that person, if they will come, will fall down at the feet of the Lord. Because have to. This is the only way to feel the permanent peace. So this topic will be concluding today here, right here in the verse number 50, the sutra number 50. That if you remember that we started this chapter, that the first verse was kastarati mayam. Who crosses the maya? Maya means illusion, delusion, the attachment to the wrong things. That is maya. Kastarati mayam. So that was the question. Who can crosses the maya? So this topic is concluding here with this particular sutra, sutra number 50. Saint Narad say, Satarati lokas tarayati. Satarati lokas tarayati. He verily crosses maya, he crosses this ocean of samsara, all limitations. He helps mankind to cross also. This is the beauty of this particular sutra. You will see how beautiful. All these things you read from the beginning. If you see, like for example, we read those who serve the noble soul, kind of thing. All these topics I'm not going there because it will take time. Last 2 or 3 classes through sittings we're doing these things, and so practicing all these things, he can cut the wrongful attachment to the mundane world. Wrongful attachment. Devotees, like how, so this human body compared with the cage, like how we keep a paid bird in a cage at our home. So bird is the Jivatma. Bird is the Jivatma. And the cage is the human body. So that bird is our Jivatma, is the very part and parcel of the Paramatma, because Paramatma is everywhere. When this body fall down and you put the body into the fire, it becomes ashes. So ultimately it merges in the universe. Like you throw a drop of water in the ocean, it becomes ocean. Similarly, when the body is gone, it mixes up with this universal God. everywhere. So that bird in the cage is being compared with the jiva, and the body compared with the cage. So in the cage-like body, this human body, our bird-like jivatma is there. The cave of the Himalaya mountain, or take our true sacrifice, true love, avichin love, uninterrupted devotion to the Lord, or true renunciation, everything actually inside of this body, the way how we practice and train ourselves is very beautiful. So Shatarati, he basically crosses this samsara, ocean of samsara. This samsara compared to the ocean, like how you go to the Atlantic, New York City, or the Jersey Shore, you see vast ocean, endless ocean. Similarly, the samsara is all over, is binding you like a net from every side. There's no way you can eat a bondage. So that is why it's being compared with ocean. Now, the person who can crosses, there is one more verse in the chapter I forgot, that among millions of people, one tried to find God. And among millions of people who try to find out God, maybe or may not be, one has true bhakti. And among millions of people who has true bhakti, maybe one is cut the net of bondage. And what he does? Sha Lokastarati, he helps mankind to cross. One example, Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha's life, because in our monastery, in the monastery of Bharat, Sevashram, three main things we practice. Guruji Swami Amarnathananda, he say, my Sangha is the Sangha of Lord Buddha. My Sangha is the Sangha of Lord Buddha. And here we practice love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mainly known as the introducer who introduced Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, this name to the world. Maybe more than 500 years before. So, but that is the only thing we know about him. But if we read his life, then we'll know that what is the true the identification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he's being known as a incarnation. And we were born in that district, that area, so we could see his influence and his life. So he was the symbol of bhakti, true devotion to the Bhagavan Lord Sri Krishna. And then Guruji said that we practice in our Sangha is the Vivek and Vairagya, discrimination and dispassion of Shankaracharya. Who is Shankaracharya? Shankaracharya, we call Adi Shankaracharya. Adi means first. Shankaracharya is the name of the saint prophet. He is being counted as the guru of all monastic order in the modern India. He lived only 32 years of life, but in these 32 years of life, he wrote the commentary of the Bhagavad Gita, I think 11 or 16 Upanishad. He wrote the commentary of the Brahma Sutra, and whatever teachers around the world, they conduct classes on the Vedanta philosophy or the Bhagavad Gita or Brahma Sutra, they follow the commentary of Shankaracharya. And probably you remember that I was reciting this verse today, that here, Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah. That means at the beginning of this discourse, we pray to the feet of the Shankaracharya with this blessing so that we could go deep into the sutras. So Guruji says Shankaracharya Vivekan Vairago, discrimination, dispensation with practice. And so love of Bhagavan Chaitanya to God, Shankaracharya's Vivek and Vairagya, and we practice in Bharat Sevashram Sangha the sacrifice and renunciation, Tyaga of Lord Buddha. Imagine Buddha was a prince. He is supposed to be the king of the next king of a prosperous kingdom. He abandoned, he renounced everything from his life. He could be king of a country, but now he became king of the heart of millions of people around the world. So, Satarati, Lokas Tarati. Buddha sacrifices personal happiness, personal comfort. He went through tremendous sacrifice of his life. But then he helped mankind to cross the ocean of samsara. Today, millions of people around the world, they practice Buddhism, they see the image of Lord Buddha, meditating Buddha, and mere, seeing his image, sitting in meditating pose, that itself, light the kindle of light at our mind. Right here, there's a, when we go to the drive to the Princeton University, there's a Buddhist monastery, and they put a huge Buddha statue sitting in meditation. Whenever we drive, I keep looking at Murti, and you could see Lord Buddha closed his eyes, putting his hand, sitting in lotus pose, and doing meditation. So Buddha helped to cross this samsara to thousands and millions of people. So one of the best example, he caught the net of bondage, then he helped other people to move forward, to reach at the feet of the Lord. So a couple of years back, I went to the Bodh Gaya, where Lord Buddha attained Nirvana. And you could see there, thousands of people traveled from China, from Indonesia, from Nepal, from Bhutan, from Japan, from Thailand, from Cambodia, from other country, and far distance from the Europe. You could see people are sitting under that place and practicing meditation their own way. So this is one of the great examples how a saint can help other people to cross the net of bondage. So with these things, we conclude that one particular topic, who can cut the net of bondage? And this is the conclusion of the particular topic. So let's see what's coming next. Nature of prem. Prem means, again, love. But love word is only one word. Love includes your feelings, your emotional attachment with the thing, your feelings of oneness with the thing you love, and things motivating your life, molding your life deeply also is being included inside the word love. Because if it simply says love, it don't give the exact meaning. What we mean is prem. So prem is a Sanskrit word, nature of prem. So this is the one part we starting today. This is the sutra number 51. Very small, simple, 3 words. Anirvachaniyam prema sarupam. That's it. Anirvachaniyam prema sarupam. The nature of love towards God is inexplicable in word. Because in the Bhakti Sutra, this book, we are advanced now. We are coming to the end of the book bit by bit. If you remember that at the beginning, the Narad described the nature of love. Then he gave the example, the definition of love, how many kind of bhakti there are. Then we learn how to develop bhakti in us or devotion in us. Then we study the conflict between the Maya or illusion and bhakti. That also subject we conclude. All those topics we concluded finished. But today we starting a new topic, nature of prem, nature of love to God. Anirvachaniya prema swarupam. Anirvachaniya means it is not possible to put into word. Sachidananda, that great Lord, that merciful Lord, that Father of this world, His divinity, His wonders, there is nobody can put into word in the book or in writing, because it's a matter of understandings and feelings. So Anirvachaniya, beyond of power, beyond of the word, inexplicable, prema swarupam, that love to God is difficult to explain into word. Example, one of the story we read in the Sri Ramakrishna, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. One of the story we read that Sri Ramakrishna, we call it Sri Sri Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansadev, the great guru of Swami Vivekananda. He said 3 friends went to a forest. Inside the deep forest, they see a place all around walls. So they are wondering why this wall there, what is inside the wall. So 3 friends discuss. They tell one of the friends, can you climb this wall and see what is inside? There might be good fruits garden, fruit trees. We might get some good kind of ripe mangoes or guavas or some kind of fruits, papayas. So go inside. So somehow they help one of the first friend. He climbed, then he came back. The other 2 friends asked, what is inside? So he's telling, great, great, noble, wonderful. Kind of, it's so kind of beautiful. But what is there, he cannot say anything. So the first friend came and could not say what is inside. Then the second friend, he said that you go there, what is there? Because he's not telling us what is inside properly. Maybe, I'm not sure actually, maybe I do a little bit mistake here there. Exactly the way it's being narrated in the Gospel of Ramakrishna there. Maybe a little different from me, the way I'm speaking. So other friend went there and then he came back. So they're asking, what do you see inside? So he became, means quiet, silent, kind of calm person. He's not speaking anything, what is inside. Now the third person went, climbed the wall, and he see inside, he see outside, he jump inside and he did not come back. So it means that inside the wall is the God, presence of God, Brahman, he is there. So the first person went and came back. He saw God, but he could not explain into word how God looked like, how that divine things look like. So inexplicable. Second friend, who he went there, he see the Brahman inside, he become muk. Muk means speechless, silent. And we all know those who practice spirituality, they know it, because there is so much example that there are so many examples in the life of the many saints that they could not explain properly. They try to write the books, but they really could not explain properly. How? So because it's beyond of our word. So the second friend saw Brahman, came outside, but he became speechless, completely quiet. Now, third friend who saw God inside or the Brahman inside, he see that he compared with the outside world and he did not want it to come back. He merged in divinity. He become one with the divinity. So this is how that one of the here another example I'm giving from our life. This morning I was writing, presently I'm writing the book, kind of elaborate life of Acharya Swami Pranavananda Ji Maharaj. I think last 4 years I have been writing. Every day, 3:30 to 6, I sit with that book writing. Even this morning also writing. Just a quickly 2 examples I'm giving. There was a Swamiji named Swami Siddheswarananda Ji. So when I joined the monastery in 1976, so when I came to Calcutta, I see one corner in the temple, a very old man in shaky body, bended body, one corner of the small temple at our Calcutta headquarters, knocking the drum. We call mridangam. You see the Hare Krishna people beat the drum, that is called mridangam. So that Swamiji was, and also I see tears in his eyes. So we were young, 20, 22 years of age, restless. I was wondering why that old Swamiji, why the tears in his eyes, and he's supporting the singer playing that mridangam. And so that was one question. Then I went to the Haridwar, where people, one of the most known pilgrim site of India. People go there to take a holy dip in the river Ganges. So we have a temple there. The evening arti time, I see that that same Swami there, and he was doing evening arti. Arti means the prayer. So, and I see that he's doing arti, he's taking a long time to do arti. And again, it looked like he's crying, chanting Om Hara Guru Shankar or Om Karajaya Guru Om. Means, the victory to Guruji, Om Karajaya Guru Om Karajaya Shivayam. And then he's crying, look like he's crying there instead of chanting. So, it sounded to us a little funny because we were very young. Then one day, that I sit with him. I said, Swamiji, I see you in Calcutta headquarters, and you knocking that mridanga or playing the drum, and I see tears in your eyes, and we see that you are doing arti here also. But what is, why we don't understand all these things? Because being young, we like to do what? Because we joined this monastery thinking we will do a lot of work, social work, philanthropical activities, philanthropy, we'll do a lot of charitable activities, we'll take part in the relief work, this, that kind of thing. We had no that kind of devotion and attachment with the Guruji, or we really had little idea of the monastic life. Then he's telling, you could see he's trying to tell. So I'm sitting at his feet, an old monk, around 80 years of age, and I'm around 20, 22 years of age. I'm sitting at his feet trying to hear from him, because we did not see Swami Pranava. Because I'm giving this practical example which will give you the right meaning of this particular sutra, Anirvachana Prema Sarupam. Anirvachaniya, beyond the word. Then he's telling that, that we were working with the Guruji. We forgot outside world. Guruji's company, wherever Guruji sit down, wherever Guruji, that a kind of beautiful, I don't know what should be the right word. It's not the fragrance, it's kind of divine kind of fragrance is to spread from the body of, a saint, a yogi, when they practice that spirituality, tapasya, it's a kind of beautiful fragrance straight from his body. And when you go around, you could smell that, it's kind of heavenly kind of fragrance coming out of the body of the Guruji. But we completely forgot outside world, because he was our father, he was our mother, he was our friend, our anger, our love, our attachment, our food, our sleeping. 24 hours we are with him. We forgot there is any other God exists in this world. He was our friend, mentor, guide, Bhagavan, or Lord, whatsoever you say. And mere, he's standing, or, kind of, whenever we see him, imagine. So he was trying to give the word of the Guruji, but then side by side, you could see the tears coming to his eyes. So as an example, what they saw a yogi like Swami Pranavanandaji, and what this sadhu, Swami Siddheshandaji, 80 years of age, he came to the last stage of his life, and he could not give the right word about the Guruji, his master. But then tears coming to his eyes, the tears of love to God. So these are so much of example in the history of the spiritual world. I'm sure in the world of the Christianity, in the Jewish religion, in the Muslim religion, in the Buddhism, everywhere there are saints and holy men who realized God in their own way and could not give the right explanation how they felt their feelings of God, because it is anarvachaniya, beyond of the that's the right Sanskrit word is abang manusya gocharam. God is abang manusya gocharam. Abang means that you cannot give the right word of the God, how the God look like. Abang manusya, because that great God, that vast beauty of the God, that endless divinity of the God, you cannot hold it in a small mind. And gocharam, this human eyes is not fit to see the beauty of the Lord. If you remember in the chapter 11 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna said that, Lord, can you please appear in front of me in your cosmic form, in your infinite form? So Lord Krishna said that, Arjuna, that I love you because you love me. And so I will appear in front of you, in my infinite form. But then I have to give you Divya Drishti, or the inner vision. And that when inner vision, like a curtain in the window, when you move the curtain, you could see the bright sunlight. So Lord Krishna removed that curtain of Maya or illusion from the Arjuna's eyes. Then Arjuna was able to see the vast beauty of the God. So devotees, that those who are listening today will be coming to a conclusion, because it's almost 8:30. And so this we started a new topic today, nature of prem, nature of love to God. And the first sutra was Anirvachaniyam Prema Sarubam. With this word, I will be concluding here with a prayer for everybody in this world. Om Do Shantihi Antariksham Shantihi Prithivi Shantihi Apo Shantihi Usodaya Shantihi Vanaspataya Shantihi Vishedeva Shantihi Sarvam Shantihi Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Namaskar.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Namaste.
Swamiji, may I ask a question?
Yeah, I can hear the question, but we will answer next day, right? Please go ahead with your question. Yes, please.
My question is that if Maya is illusion and a net that we have to escape from, why is Durga called Mahamaya?
I will be answering you to the next sitting. All right? Sure. I'll be happy to answer it.